9 things men shouldn't do with women. Stoicism: waking up and discovering that the things you thought would bring you happiness and fulfillment were actually guiding you astray. Many of us face that moment of truth, but few discuss it. Today, when others' expectations can drown out our inner voice, it's important to pause and reflect. Should I tell you that ancient Stoic wisdom, a philosophy that has endured for centuries, can illuminate this chaos? Today, we're exploring how Stoicism is about finding joy and purpose in life, not just enduring hardship. You shouldn't ignore your feelings or struggles, transforming and harnessing them to create your authentic life. Join me as we explore these timeless truths and apply Stoic virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance to our modern lives. Together, we'll learn how to live a meaningful and happy life. Let's explore self-discovery and empowerment, using every moment to learn, grow, and thrive. Subscribe and join our community to explore life's deepest questions as we navigate these profound insights. Stay with us throughout the journey to discover the richness of a Stoic life. Take pride in your uniqueness. This is like finding a treasure you've always had but overlooked in the midst of daily life. Think about it. There's only one you in this intricate web of life. Your thoughts, dreams, and values are unique. You are powerful in your uniqueness. Stoics valued self-awareness and integrity. They believed self-knowledge was essential to virtue and happiness. How does this ancient wisdom apply to you in our modern world? Simple but transformative. By being yourself, you follow Stoic principles and focus on what you can control. Thinking, acting, and responding to the world. To be unique and authentic in a conformist society is a brave act. Being yourself is more important than being different. Embrace your quirks, aspirations, and inner voice, even when it whispers against the crowd's roar. Stoic philosopher Seneca advocated living in harmony with one's nature. Compromising your identity is like denying your essence, he says. Your passion for art, curiosity, and science, or nature's simplicity, reflect your core. They're what define you. By being yourself, you're honoring yourself and giving the world something new. Unique perspective, voice, story. The world is richer for it. As we discuss, remember that being true to yourself goes beyond self-acceptance. Personal celebration. Making choices that align with your values and following paths that inspire you are key. Stoic wisdom guides our commitment to live authentically, reminding us that we only become who we choose to be. 2. Protect your time and dreams. Each moment and dream is a rare, irreplaceable flower with unique possibilities. Think of time as soil and dreams as seeds. This garden's beauty and vitality depend on your care. Stoicism views time as more than a ticking clock, the core of our existence. Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius advised us to live in the present while planning our future. He taught that dreams are reflections of our true selves and guiding stars to our destiny. Now, letting external demands take over your time is like weeds in your garden. They stifle life and your dreams. It's easy to say yes to every request and fill every moment with activity, thinking we're making the most of our time. Nevertheless, Stoic truth. Guarding your time isn't about overcommitting. Choose what matters, aligns with your values, and advances your dreams. Think about this. Every yes means no to something else, possibly your dreams. Thus, choose carefully. Consider your time like pruning a rose bush, carefully choosing which branches to keep and which to cut. Your dreams deserve such care. However, what happens when life throws obstacles in your path, threatening your carefully nurtured goals? Here, Stoic courage and perseverance shine. You will face challenges like a gardener facing storms and droughts. Strong trees grow with the wind, not against it. Your struggles and resilience enrich your experience and make your dreams stronger. Third, take care of yourself. This goes beyond self-care Sundays and eating your favorite treat. You can't pour from an empty cup, so recognize and honor your value. Your mind, body, and spirit need care and attention like a car needs fuel. And guess what? Wisdom-filled Stoicism has much to say about this. Stoics believed self-care was necessary, not selfish. How can you help others, fulfill your responsibilities, or pursue your dreams if you're exhausted? Epictetus said our bodies are gardens and our wills are gardeners. Your health needs regular care, like a garden. How does prioritizing well-being look? Tuning into your needs and being kind and compassionate. Set boundaries and say no to unhelpful things. Being brave enough to rest when you're tired, even when the world tells you to keep going. It's eating healthy food, exercising you enjoy, and relaxing your mind. Let's discuss the mind, an important part of your health. Stoicism emphasizes perception and mental peace. Observing your thoughts and emotions without being swept up is key. When you're stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, remember the Stoic practice of stepping back, observing your thoughts like leaves flowing down a stream, and gently guiding them back to peace and clarity. Stoicism also promotes well-being through solitude for reflection. It's easy to feel like you're missing out in today's hyper-connected world, but solitude is a rare chance to connect with yourself and find your inner compass. Seneca said that in solitude, we can hear the subtler notes of our lives and better understand ourselves and the world. Joy and gratitude are essential to well-being. Stoics emphasize that there's always something to be grateful for, even in hard times. Gratitude makes what we have enough and more, denial into acceptance, chaos into order, and confusion into clarity. 4. Appreciate your support network. These people celebrate your wins, support you during losses, and guide you when you're lost. They guide you through storms and are your compass in uncertain times. Stoicism's deep understanding of human relationships and community offers a beautiful perspective on why and how to cherish these bonds. Stoics understood that while we must strive for personal independence and resilience, we are social creatures with many relationships. In his letters, Seneca stressed the importance of friendship and community, advising us to choose our friends wisely because they shape our character and well-being. Valuing your support network means acknowledging their importance in personal growth and happiness. But how do you actively value these relationships? Having fun and spending time together are important, but not everything. Deep engagement, listening intently, offering help without being asked, expressing gratitude, and showing up, especially in hard times, are key. Trust, respect, and mutual support are key. Think about family members who've known you forever, friends who've seen you at your best and worst, mentors who've guided you, and colleagues who've listened when needed. Kindness, empathy, and a shared commitment to each other's well-being nurture these relationships. Stoics also advise being selective about who you let into your inner circle. Befriend people who exhibit wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. These people will support and challenge you to reach your full potential. Remember, valuing your support network is mutual. As you benefit from others' strength, love, and guidance, you can also help them. Thus, you create a positive cycle of support that enriches each other's lives and deepens your bonds. Reflect on your relationships. Contact someone who's impacted your life and thank them. Support a friend in need. These relationships are the foundation of a fulfilling life, so nurture them. 5. Consider your life a portfolio of assets, experiences, relationships, knowledge, and personal growth. Like a savvy investor diversifies their portfolio, you should diversify your life investments for a rich, balanced return that nurtures every aspect of your being. Anchor this idea in Stoic philosophy. Epictetus and other Stoics advised us to focus on what we can control and ignore what we can't. Being mindful of your investments means allocating your most valuable resources, time, energy, and attention. Consider each day an investment decision. How will you spend mornings? Which tasks will you prioritize? Who will you interact with and how deeply? Each choice shapes your future, like compounded interest shapes a financial investment. But how do you ensure wise investments? Begin with self-examine. Know your values, goals, and passions. Align your investments with these to ensure each action advances your goals. Investing time in a new skill builds intellectual capital. You build emotional wealth by working on a relationship. Investing in your health and well-being ensures your future self has the energy to enjoy your hard work. Beware of bad investments that drain resources and lower quality of life. Your time should be spent on projects that align with your values, just like a financial investor avoids wasting money on unprofitable ventures. Mindlessly scrolling through social media, negative self-talk, and toxic relationships are examples. Stoic sympathia, the interconnectedness of all things, reminds us that our investments should not be self-centered. Investing in your community, meaningful causes, or helping others enriches your life and gives you a sense of fulfillment and purpose that is invaluable. 6. Keep your cards close. This metaphor describes how we handle our personal and professional lives. Knowing when to share and when to keep quiet is key. Not every thought, feeling, or piece of information should be shared. This doesn't mean being secretive or deceptive. Stoics value privacy and discretion. Stoics, who valued wisdom and self-control, believed not all thoughts should be shared. They valued reticence and quiet confidence. Marcus Aurelius stressed inner dialogue and reflection, suggesting that our own advice is often enough. In a world that increasingly equates sharing with authenticity, Stoics value silence and strategic withholding. Why is keeping some cards close to your chest good? First, it lets you set limits. Like a garden's fence protects its plants, your thoughts, emotions, and values need boundaries. Share selectively to protect your energy and avoid being swayed by others' opinions. Second, withholding information gives you an edge in negotiations, business, and personal relationships. Instead of being a book anyone can read and predict, it lets you observe, assess, and act with intention. Strategic ambiguity can help maintain life autonomy and control. By choosing your words and what you reveal, you create mystery and depth. The unspoken, purposeful, and discerned attract people. This doesn't indicate inauthenticity. Instead of starting from scratch, you're gradually sharing layers of yourself and deepening relationships. However, balance is crucial. Overprotection can cause isolation or misinterpretation. You should share with intention, considering the value and impact of your revelations. Is sharing this useful? Will it improve communication, trust, or connection? It may be best kept secret if not. As Stoics say, our inner world is our fortress. While building bridges and connecting with others is noble, our fortress's gates need not always be open. We navigate life with wisdom, integrity, and meaningful, authentic connections by choosing what to share and what to keep to ourselves. Like the Stoics, cherish your inner sanctum and share selectively with purpose and mindfulness as you move forward. 7. Instead of chasing fleeting pleasures or external expectations, focus on what truly makes you happy and fulfilled. Stoic philosophy teaches us to be content and live in harmony with nature, which resonates with this idea. How does staying true to your joys relate to Stoicism, which is often misinterpreted as advocating for a life without pleasure? Stoics didn't discourage pleasure. They advised against relying on others for happiness. They valued life's pleasures without attachment, finding a profane joy in virtue, self-improvement, and the greater good. How can you maintain your joys? Self-awareness comes first. What makes you happy is what resonates with your deepest self, not what society says should make you happy or what your friends and family like. Read a good book, do something creative, spend time in nature, or just be with loved ones. Identify your true joys and prioritize them. This doesn't mean neglecting duties or hedonism. Instead, make room for these joys in your daily routine, despite your obligations and challenges. You must balance duty and pleasure to nourish your soul while fulfilling your commitments. Staying true to your joys requires resilience against social pressures. Trends and what others like can be easy to follow. Being authentic and following your passions brings joy. Being different, taking a less traveled path if you like it, takes courage. Stoics also encourage us to adapt and find joy in adversity. They teach us that no one can take our inner peace and contentment. Even when you can't do what you usually enjoy, you can find joy in adapting and finding the good in life. Though simple, this directive affects our core being and choices. It's a call to rise above our instinctual response, which has protected us, but often hinders growth. This Stoic principle encourages us to face life's uncertainties with courage and clarity, recognizing that fear is often a mental construct that clouds our path. Stoics emphasize virtue and rationality, teaching us not to let fear rule. We cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions. Seneca, one of Stoicism's most eloquent advocates, said we suffer more in our minds than in reality. This statement emphasizes not letting fear rule. We shouldn't let imagined disasters paralyze or control us. How can fear not rule? It starts with awareness. Recognize fear, but question its validity. Threat real or perceived? Is fear protective or a growth barrier? This discernment lets you act in your best interests rather than be swayed by fleeting emotions. Stoicism also involves preparing for life's challenges, including our fears. Instead of worrying or obsessing, this preparation builds resilience and adaptability. Like sailors preparing for stormy seas, we can use wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance to navigate life's uncertainties. But what if fear is already knocking, shaking your peace? Stoics say to face it head-on with dignity and composure. They encourage premeditation, imagining potential obstacles, to reduce fear's influence on use. By familiarizing ourselves with fear, we reduce its novelty and intensity, making it part of life's rich tapestry, rather than an insurmountable obstacle. In taking this stance, we free ourselves from fear and allow for growth and fulfillment. Fear often blocks our greatest successes and transformations. Refusing to let it lead opens up new possibilities, embracing life with boldness and zest that would make any Stoic proud. 9. Celebrate every step. The Stoics, who valued nature and virtue, would encourage us to appreciate every moment and small victory. They show us that life is made up of nows, and by celebrating each one, we can find happiness now. Why is celebrating every step important? First, it keeps us motivated and on track. When you celebrate small wins, you boost your motivation. It's like giving yourself a series of pats on the back to reinforce your commitment and effort and remind yourself that progress, however small, is progress. Celebrating each milestone fosters gratitude. Recognizing your efforts and accomplishments fosters gratitude, which improves well-being and life satisfaction. Epictetus and other Stoics believed that gratitude was key to happiness, encouraging us to appreciate what we have and find joy in simplicity. But how can you practically celebrate every step? It starts with mindfulness, being present and aware of your actions and results. Attention to small successes that go unnoticed and crediting them is key. Did you finish a difficult work task? Celebrate your success, overcome a fear, and acknowledge your courage. Additionally, celebrating doesn't always require grand gestures. It can be as simple as taking a deep breath and smiling, journaling your progress, or telling a friend or loved one. It's important to acknowledge and honor your journey, as each step and effort builds your life. Remember, celebrating every step means accepting and learning from setbacks. Stoics believed challenges were opportunities for growth and encouraged resilience and equanimity. By celebrating each setback, we gain wisdom and experience and move forward. As we conclude today, remember that Stoicism is more than ancient philosophy. It illuminates a life of purpose, resilience, and joy. By choosing virtue over vice, progress over stagnation, and gratitude over discontent, you're not only living stoically, but also transforming your essence and leaving a legacy of inner strength and tranquility. Please continue this growth and discovery journey. Watch one of the videos on your screen to learn and practice Stoicism. I appreciate your company in this Stoic wisdom exploration.